From the sun-filled skies of Honolulu, Hawaii, it's the 24th annual Hawaiian Airlines Rainbow Wahine Classic. In today's championship game, it's the Connecticut Huskies of the Big East against the Oklahoma Sooners of the Big 12. Hello again, everybody. Good evening to you, wherever you may be. I'm Jim Leahy along with Lori Santi. Connecticut against Oklahoma for the tournament championship. It must sound familiar because these are the same two teams in the national championship game that ended last season. I think these two teams warrant this championship game, although when you look at them, they're different than they were last year.
Oh, definitely, Jim. And this is the game that everybody really wanted to happen in terms of the rematch, but totally different team. Really, the only person that was on the floor last year is Dee Jackson, the sophomore guard for Oklahoma. Big news here, of course, Caton Hill, the star player, preseason All-America pick for Oklahoma, goes down with a knee injury, as does the phenom freshman Higgins for Oklahoma. So really a learning process going on during this tournament for Sherry Cole and her troops. She's used Teresa Shuknik, who's played very well in this tournament, to fill the shoes of Hill a little bit. She's a leading scorer for Oklahoma. UConn on the other side, easy time on Friday night against Denver. They had their work cut out for them last night. They struggled a little bit against the University of Hawaii. Very young team, but Taurasi is the wild card.
Diana Taurasi, when she plays, Connecticut plays well. When she doesn't play, some question marks come up. But again, this is a young team without a senior. And on the line is a 43-game win streak. When we come back, we'll start things off. Connecticut against Oklahoma for the championship of the Hawaiian Airlines Wahine Basketball Classic from Honolulu. And Sheriff Center, let's take a look at the lineups for this championship game. The Connecticut Huskies ranked 5th by the Associated Press, 4th by USA Today. Ashley Battle and Diana Taurasi will be the forwards. Jessica Moore at center, and Struther and Nicole Wolf will be the guards. Connecticut is coached by Gino Auriemma in his 18th year. 467 wins and only 98 losses. For Oklahoma, this is the way the Sooners will line up against Connecticut. Chelsea Welsh and Maria Villarroel will be the guards. The guards, the third guard will be Deanna Jackson. And the center is Teresa Shuknik. And the lone forward is Stephanie Simon. That's the way Oklahoma will line up. And their coach is Sherry Cole in her 7th year, 118 and 74. So we're ready to tip it off. Melissa Barlow, Anita Ortega, and Ryan Well will be the official. Barlow, the official, tosses it up. Immediately, it goes to Connecticut. So UConn, 43 games in a row. Battle on the wing, Taurasi. Ball away off the lane, won't go. Fighting for the rebound, and it is picked up by Deanna Jackson.
How quick Deanna Jackson gets down the court. Villarroel, that's her forte, the fastest player on the court. She will sit down there and cherry pick, Jim, until she gets the easy layup. Villarroel
from Margarita, Venezuela. Oklahoma leading 2-0, and they come out in a very active zone.
Of course, Oklahoma already facing Tennessee this season, got blown out pretty much. Taurasi with the 3 in the corner. She's taken the first 2 shots on this offense. I think she'll look to do that most of the night.
Taurasi with her 6th triple of the year. She is now 6 for 19 in 3-point shots. Jackson gets the ball back from Simon. Deanna Jackson had 21 points yesterday in the win over North Carolina. Down low it goes. Shuknik unable to get it to drop. Moore with the rebound. Taurasi will bring it up court for UConn. Taurasi accelerates. That could be offensive. It is. She ran right over Welsh, and she really took a hard fall.
Tell you, Welsh does a great job. Very subtle. Didn't look like Sherry Welch, the freshman, was ready for Taurasi. Taurasi sees the opening. Watch Welch get there quickly. Great play by the freshman.
Deanna Jackson from St. Louis, Missouri, around the perimeter. Villarroel to the baseline, up and in. They have been unable to really solve her in the very early going here. She's been able to get to the baseline for shots. And Oklahoma leads 4-3. On the wing to Struther. This is Wolf. UConn, 39 straight wins last year. They were in the championship game against Oklahoma. Turnover, and Jackson is fouled by Wolf.
Deanna Jackson continues to impress. These guys were in a tough game against North Carolina Tar Heels last night, and Jackson really kept it together. Only a sophomore. Ashley Battle puts the ball on the floor 2 times there, Jim. The second time she pays for it.
Oklahoma 4, Connecticut 3. They ended up in the championship game for the NCAA title. UConn was able to win that game 82-70. Oklahoma has lost 6 seniors from that runner-up team. And UConn has lost 4 starters from that championship team. The only returnee is Taurasi. And Taurasi has become the rock. She is the leader for this UConn team. Here's Welch for Oklahoma. Shuknek double teams, sit up, and she is fouled, blocking foul. Tell you one thing that is readily evident. Oklahoma is very quick.
Oh, definitely. And again, the top 2, their backcourt, Villarreal and Jackson, extremely quick and will get a lot of boards inside. Shuknik really picking up the slack for Caton Hill going down with the knee injury. And Shuknik comes in here to play only 1 year.
Shuknik 24 for 27 from the line, 89%. And Oklahoma leading 5-3. Shuknik coming off 10 points against North Carolina and 7 rebounds. She averages over 11 a game in scoring and 6.5 in rebounds. So it's 6-3 Oklahoma. From the corner, missing everything that time is Struther. Here comes Oklahoma. Ahead to Villarroel. The Venezuelan dishes it up and in again.
Uncanny ability to score. They call her Finish. That's her nickname, Jim. You can see why.
8-3 Oklahoma. Wolf from the corner. She hits the 3. So Connecticut comes flying back, and now they trail by 2. Wolf is now 7 for 10 in 3-point shots. This time Villarreal underneath cannot get it to drop.
I think one of the keys for University of Connecticut, these freshmen, Wolf and Struther, highly touted freshmen coming in. They got to grow up in a hurry tonight. This is their big game. This should be their coming out right here, because they're going to have to take it aggressively offensively.
Villarreal is the National JUCO All-America. Stop and pop by Wolf doesn't go. Shuknek can't hold it on the baseline. And the ball goes out of bounds. UConn will play the ball in. 8-6 Oklahoma leading, 16:43 left to play in the first half. Taurasi into Struther. Moore on the outside, tries to get it to Taurasi, tried to force that. Villarreal, she dribbles it out of bounds, and we'll go back the other way. Wiping her hand.
Villarreal has had her way on these fast breaks in the first 4 games of her season, but against Connecticut, Ashley Battle, nice job getting back on D. Villarreal's second turnover.
Battle looking low for Taurasi, trying to position, then gets it to Wolf on the outside. She's watched by Welch. Tries to work off a screen, almost walks. Moore at the high post. Taurasi goes baseline, lays it up and in.
Oh, did she elevate or what? She looked about 6 inches off of the rim on that left-handed.
We are tied at 8. Taurasi answers back. Villarreal on the wing. Here's Jackson. Deanna Jackson, and just stealing the ball from her is Taurasi. And the ball goes out of bounds. We'll take our first time out. 15:50 left to play. This is going to be a good one. We are tied at 8. We're tied at 8. Oklahoma against Connecticut in a reprise of the championship game. Villarreal is now 6 points, and Taurasi with 5. Oklahoma will play the ball in. Welch for Oklahoma. Villarreal. Jackson. 5 seconds left on the must-shoot clock. Here's Welch. They've got to put it up in a hurry. Welch does. She hits. That went high off the glass, and the carom dropped through the net. Oklahoma 10 and Connecticut 8. Taurasi, quick pass, goes right by Strother and out of bounds. Oklahoma with that very quick defense. Jackson will bring it back for the Sooners. Turnaround jumper, Welch, that's short. Shuknek with it. She hooks it up right-handed, doesn't get it to fall, but she draws the foul.
Hey, Shuknik, she's an interesting story, Jim. Played for 2 years at Arizona State. Very good post player, all Pac-10 as a freshman. There you see her. She does a great job of getting space. She knows Jessica Moore's jumping ability, doesn't go up and over her. Shoots the baby hook instead, but married a Navy pilot who got transferred to Oklahoma City. So she moved to Oklahoma, had to sit out a year, and now is playing in her final year as a senior. So what a gift that is to Sherry Cole.
And then she was named the NAIA Player of the Year at Southern Nazarene. So she's really a triple transfer. Shuknek for Oklahoma, number 22 in the middle. 11-8, Oklahoma. Taurasi, this is Strother. Strother forces it up in the lane and won't go. Battle with the rebound. So a fresh 30 seconds on the clock for Connecticut. Oklahoma still in that 2-3 zone. Shot up by Taurasi from the corner, won't go. Long rebound comes off. Taurasi has it. Back out to Strother. Her shot won't drop. Foul call.
Just a rebounding battle going on underneath. Coming into this game, UConn had out-rebounded its opponents 46-29, almost a 20 rebound different. There you see Strother shooting at the top of the key, tries for the 3. Battle underneath.
Taurasi into Strother. She's picked up by Jackson right away. Taurasi inside to Moore, puts it up over Shuknek. No, and a foul is called.
Ashley Battle going over the top.
Second personal foul on Battle.
I think Connecticut has to find a post scoring presence down there, Jim. We really haven't seen them score much out of the post unless it's been in transition these last 3 nights. It's all come from the wings.
Good point. 11-8 Oklahoma. Villarreal, her pass knocked away on the baseline by Strother. Taurasi will bring it into the attacking zone for Connecticut. And they go around the perimeter. Jackson overplays Strother. Taurasi overplayed by Villarreal. Puts it up in the lane, and that runner goes. 11-10. Oklahoma by 1. A travel called on Welch. That's a turnover for Oklahoma. Maria Conlon comes into the game out of Derby, Connecticut, averaging 4 points and 2 rebounds a game. She had 3 points against Hawaii yesterday. 7 points against Denver for her 2 appearances in the tournament. Low crouching dribble. This is Conlon. Conlon looking down the corner. Simon comes over to bother her, and a turnover. Here comes Jackson in traffic. Jackson ahead to Welch. Oklahoma controls. They lead by 1 point. Shuknek to Simon coming up from down deep. Simon's pass knocked away, but it goes to Jackson. Deanna stops, pops in the lane. That won't go. They try for the rebound. Shuknek, put back. That doesn't go. Finally, Taurasi is there on the baseline. Ahead to Conlon. Conlon can't take it down deep, so she gives it to Strother. From the baseline from 12. Zip. Strother.
I think that's Ann Strother's shot right there. That's the kind of baseline jump shot she needs to look for. Right now, she's taken it in a little deep a few times and comes up with nothing, but not that time.
Strother, the consensus High School Player of the Year out of Castle Rock, Colorado. Spinning move by Jackson, up and in.
Yeah, that's a battle. Jackson offensively has got some skills. She and Taurasi lighten it up.
Deanna Jackson, the sophomore out of St. Louis, Missouri. Shot up by Wolf. Too strong. Finally with the rebound is Welch. And Welch will bring it up on the wing for Oklahoma. Oklahoma leads 13-12. To Jackson down the middle, dishes off. Villarreal, that's in.
Villarreal, that amazing capacity to shoot that two-handed shot under the basket with her elbows out. No one can get close to her.
Her birthday's coming up on the 3rd of December. In 2 days, she will be 24. Taurasi for three. Zip. Boy, that's all net. Taurasi got separation, and she put it in from far away. And we are tied at 15. For Taurasi, that's her second triple of the game. And for Taurasi, it is also her 7th of the season. Here's Shuknik dribbling at the top of the circle as Oklahoma has the possession. We are tied at 15 from the baseline. Simon, no. And with the rebound is Struther. Long pass to Wolf. Wolf looking for more. Checks off, gives it back out to Struther for three. That goes. And UConn has reestablished the lead now. They lead 18-15 over Oklahoma with 11 minutes and 33 seconds left to play in this first half. Oh, this game is going to be a dandy.
It's got to go down to the wire. You anticipate that a little bit. UConn's offense right now, they're 4 of 8 from the free throw line. 12 out of their 18 points coming from the top of the arc. Let's take a look at this one. There you see Wolf with the rebound, kicks it back out. Struther, time to set up, time to square up. She drains it. We talked about Diana Taurasi, the All-American. She is the wild card. Scores when her team needs it the most. There she drains an NBA-style three.
In this game, we've had 5 lead changes. Connecticut is up by 3, 18-15. We've had 2 ties.
You see Ariema in the huddle. The words that come out of his mouth, effort. His freshmen have to learn to put that effort forth for 40 minutes.
Stephanie Luce has come into the game from South Lake, Texas. 1.8 in scoring, 2.3 in rebounding. Played 19 minutes against North Carolina yesterday and did not score. Interesting thing about Luce, she is a double major, chemistry and philosophy. Oklahoma down now by 3. Luce against Conlon. Villarreal to Jackson. This is Welch. She hits. That's a 3. And we are tied at 18. This game now has been tied 6 times. Welch with 5 points. Conlon unable to penetrate. Touch pass by Taurasi. Gets the ball inside to Crockett, just into the game. Will net Crockett. This is Turner also into the game by Shuknik. Puts it up and in. Barbara Turner out of Cleveland, Ohio, the freshman. And she contributes right away.
Definitely. Barbara Turner, one of the few posts on this team that I've seen really hungry to score. Great ball fake. She knows that Shuknik's got 3 or 4 inches on her, gets her up in the air and then makes it.
So Turner is at the line. 12 points against Denver. She had only 1 point against Hawaii and 1 rebound yesterday. Turner 4 for 6 from the line, drops it in. 21-18 Connecticut as Turner completes a 3-point play. 21 for Connecticut, 18 for Oklahoma. Connecticut comes into this game ranked 5th by the AP. Oklahoma 22nd. Both teams undefeated in the Hawaiian Airlines Rainbow Wahine basketball tournament from the magnificent Hawaiian Islands. Luce will bring the ball up court now for Oklahoma. Down by 3. 10:46 left in the first half. Villarreal to Jackson. Jackson cannot penetrate on the baseline. Luce. Villarreal, and she's fouled.
Just exactly what we talked about. See if we can get Villarreal on this replay right here. Watch her come inside. Now watch her elbows come out. She really holds on to the ball. She rarely goes up to the glass one-handed.
Villarreal is also a triple transfer. She started at Independence Community College, and then she went to Northeastern Oklahoma A&M College. She was the National JUCO All-America with a 24-point average. Puts up the shot. That doesn't go. Put back Shuknik. And that doesn't go. And finally, taking the ball down is Turner. UConn controls. This is Conlon. Watched by Luce. Wolf looking low. Turner. 17-footer won't go. Crockett. Yes. Good muscle underneath by Crockett. 23-19. So Crockett, since she has come in, she has battled Shuknek. Shuknek from 17. That won't drop. Here comes Taurasi. That head on a swivel, always looking. Feeds in the corner to Conlon. Then around the perimeter. Taurasi puts it up over Crockett and the screen. No. Turner, no. Crockett, no. Turner trying for the rebound. Bodies on the floor. Whistle finally blows. Foul will be called on Welch of Oklahoma.
Boy, a lot of action underneath the basket. A lot of misses by these young post players for UConn, but boy, are they active. There you see Turner. There's Crockett again. Turner still fighting for it. You saw the forearm by Chelsea Welch, the freshman, Oklahoma.
13 foul on Oklahoma. 23-19. Conlon just throws that up. That won't go. And here comes Welch. Welch for three. That bounces out. New player into the game. And that's Becky Preston. And Preston on the putback gets her first two. It is 23-21. UConn. Preston comes in, a freshman at 6'3" from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Crockett to Wolf. Wolf partially blocked, tries it again. That's short. And Jackson with the rebound for Oklahoma. Villarreal puts it up and in. Great pass from Jackson. Here comes Oklahoma right back to tie it at 23. So Connecticut led 23-18. They were starting to open up some space over the Sooners. That was short-lived. Oklahoma comes roaring back, scoring 5 in a row. Watch this pass. Jackson to Villarreal. So the Venezuelan has really contributed here in this first half. She has 11 points, and we played a little over 10 minutes.
All those points coming underneath the basket in one way or another, Jim. And what's interesting is the space she's getting for this size of court. I mean, that's just pure speed. She's 3-4 steps in front of everybody. Boom, right away.
Oklahoma, remember, playing without Kaiten Hill, the senior forward at 6'1", who is really a terrific player and maybe the leader on this team. And Aaron Higgins, a 5'9" freshman guard. 2 ACL season-ending injuries at the start of this tournament. But Oklahoma still right with UConn. Strother throws it away, trying to hit the cutter.
There you see right there on the right, Kaiten Hill, the preseason All-American, and Aaron Higgins, the freshman that went down. He was getting a lot of minutes prior to her injury as well. Amazingly, on the same day, one at the shoot-around and one off a steal during the game.
6 turnovers now for UConn. Welch looking low. Gives it to Luce. Villarreal goes to the baseline, puts it up and in. She did it again. She just fits in there very nicely. 25-23, 13 points now for Villarreal from Margarita, Venezuela. Conlon needs help, finally gets it to Moore. Good defense by Oklahoma. 9 on the must shoot to get it to Moore, up and in. Moore able to get by Preston that time. So UConn showing patience. Here comes Oklahoma. Villarreal back out to Welch and around the perimeter. This is Luce.
These guys really undersized right here, Jim. Oklahoma pretty small except for Preston inside.
When you are small, you must be quick. Luce into the lane, tries to get it underneath to Jackson, but that ball poked out of bounds. And with 7 minutes and 40 seconds left, we'll take this television timeout from Honolulu in the magnificent Hawaiian Island. Watching UConn, there's plenty to sup. Look at Gino Auriemma in his 18th year of coaching UConn. 3 national titles. Quick play underneath Villarreal.
Unbelievable. There you see the jumping ability to go along with the speed. How she got that, I don't know.
And right before the clock went off. 27-25 Oklahoma. Taurasi misses from far away. That ball is chased down by Luce. Quickly Jackson. Jackson goes over, or at least tried to go over the defense. It was picked off by Struther. Here's Taurasi. The Struther at the angle. She's clear. Her three-pointer goes. 28-27. Connecticut comes back, and they take the lead. Another lead change. That's the 7th. Villarroel at the angle. Oklahoma down now by 1. Luce cannot penetrate on Taurasi. Welsh. Villarroel. Yes.
Very awkward shot from the outside, Jim. Not quite as smooth as on the inside, but it went.
Had a lot of two-handedness to it. 28 for Connecticut, 30 now for Oklahoma. Sooners lead by a pair. Connon loops it in to Battle. To Taurasi, the cutter. She muscles and gets it. Taurasi does so many things so well. We are tied at 30. Tied for the 6th time. Welsh against Struther. Jackson fall away off the lane. Jackson double team, put it up over Moore. 32-30, Connecticut.
These teams shooting lights out. That's 59% from the field for Connecticut and 42%, 52 for Oklahoma and 42 for Connecticut. That's lights out.
Shot up by Battle, won't go. And the ball tapped out of bounds by Luce. It'll go to UConn. 7 lead changes, 6 ties to show you the evenness of the competition.
You see the shot by Battle. Watch the effort on every loose ball, on every play in this game so far. Luce on the floor.
Luce was loose on the floor that time. Wolf is back in to Moore. Moore trying to get it down to Turner. And UConn recovers. So Taurasi running things from the outside, gets to the ankle on Villarroel. And we'll see. Whistle blows away from the ball. Foul is called on Welsh. Blocking.
It was an interesting call. It looked like Moore was coming through the lane. Gave actually a push off on Welch, but Welch gets the foul call.
Second personal on Welch. Jackson almost poking it away from Struther. Struther, the freshman, Jackson, the sophomore. This is Turner for UConn. Wolf, who's deadly from the outside to Taurasi, backing in on Villarroel, puts it up and in. Preston tried to come over to help, but too late. Taurasi with 2 more points. We are tied at 32. Around the perimeter. Welsh looking for Preston. Down on the blocks. Luce looking inside. Villarroel goes over the defense. Welsh fall away. Tough shot. Hits the top of the backboard. And Moore will come up with it for UConn. 4:44 left to play in the first half. Tied at 32. Struther sneaking in, puts it up and in. Oklahoma just did not get back in time. And Struther took advantage of it. Good anticipation by UConn.
And Struther, a quick study on that. Welch took the charge from her early in this first half, but this time Taurasi with her head up feeds it to Struther, and she knifes sideways through there and doesn't take Welch out. Interesting offensively, REM very creative in allowing Taurasi to score from many different places. He posts her up the last 2 times down the floor against Villarroel, and just too much muscle for her to handle.
Taurasi, a first-team All-American, 16 against Denver, 18 against Hawaii in this tournament. Her best performance, 32 against Tennessee. That was on the that was in January of this year, last season. So she was the 2nd leading scorer for UConn last year. She led the team in assists. And as we said, she is a complete player. Into the game for Oklahoma, Laura Andrews, 6-foot freshman from Washington, Oklahoma.
Andrews, another player for Oklahoma, coming off an ACL injury. Kind of a combination player. Got an inside-outside game, hit a 3 last night that was big.
Andrews easy to pick out. She's wearing the brace. Jackson straight away. Yes, all net. Jackson. Jackson coming off that 21-point performance against North Carolina in Oklahoma's win yesterday. 35-34 Oklahoma. 4:13 left to play in the first half. 43-game win streak on the line for Connecticut. Wolf, quick passes. Turner trying to penetrate, gets into the lane, muscles it up, it will not drop. Turner gets the rebound, whistle blows. Oklahoma probably will be called for reaching in.
Tell you, Barbara Turner taking all the post defense off the dribble again. You see her inside and so active, follows her shot really well. Andrews with the foul.
Foul called on Jackson.
Jackson
with her first personal foul. Here's Strother against Villarreal. Taurasi to Struthers. Struthers gets it back from Moore on the give and go, deals it up. That will drop. 36-35. Strother now with 12 points. Shuknek, triple team. And they get it back outside. Villarreal, no. And the ball taken down by Wolf. 36-35 Connecticut, 3:26 left to play in the first half. UConn against Oklahoma. Both of these teams appeared in the national championship game to win last season. Shot up by Turner. Long rebound, she will get it. Fresh 30 on the clock now for Connecticut. Moore gets it to Taurasi. Back to Moore on the pick and roll, that works.
Oh, how quick was Jessica Moore in that recovery? Fumbles the pass, grabs it and shoots it in about a half a second.
38-35, Connecticut leads by 3. Biggest lead for Connecticut was 5 points early in this first half. Loose, all by herself, but blows the layup. Shuknek gets it back, gives it to Jackson. Her 12-footer won't go, off the back of the rim, chase down. Villarreal with it. She wants to put it up, foul call.
Strother learning quickly. Villarreal, she knows she's going to drive and penetrate, trying to get around the corner, but can't quite get there. Strother with the foul.
So the defending national champions matched up here against the West Region champions and the Big 12 champions from last year. As you look at Madrea Villarreal.
Fun to watch, isn't she? You know,
she really
unorthodox style of play, brings a sort of an international flair to this whole game.
Second free throw doesn't go, and the ball goes out. They said it was last touched by Moore, and Moore was claiming that somebody was climbing her. We'll take this television timeout with 2 minutes 38 seconds left to play in the first half. 38-36 Connecticut. 38 for Connecticut, 36 for Oklahoma. 2 minutes and 38 seconds left to play in the first half. In scoring, with 19 points now, is Villarreal for Oklahoma. And with 14, Taurasi and Strother with 12 for Connecticut. Oklahoma will play the ball in under their basket. Drop it into Loose. Villarreal. Down low it goes Shuknek. Shuknek puts it up and in. Good job by Shuknek. She was bothered by Moore, but to no avail by Moore defensively. And we're tied again. Tied at 38. Tied up for the 10th time. Coming up on 2 minutes left to play here in the first half. Connecticut and Oklahoma. It has been a wondrous thing to watch. Taurasi off the lane. That's short.
So yeah, that's a fun matchup right there. The athleticism of Jackson and the pure raw strength of Taurasi. And after what I've seen in this tournament, you know, she's arguably the best player offensively in the country, but her passing has been unbelievable as well. But Jackson, subtly very good and leads his team in different ways.
Jackson's first personal foul, 16 foul on Oklahoma. Taurasi puts it in from the free throw line. She now has 15. 39 for Connecticut, 38 for Oklahoma. Taurasi gives Connecticut a 2-point lead. 2 minutes and 8 seconds left to play here in the first half. Here come the Sooners. UConn back into his zone. Villarreal. Andrews for 3. That's way offline. Long rebound comes off. Chased down by Jackson. Fresh 30 on the clock for Oklahoma. Loose. Villarreal won't take the shot. Looking for Jackson. Loose. Back to Villarreal. Shuknek chases it down in the corner. still much time left on the shot clock. Shuknek on the baseline. Nice little banker over Wolf. Coming back is Struther. She puts it up and in. Struther and Taurasi again combining. That was like a touchdown pass. 42-40 Connecticut. And a walk on Shuknek.
That's too bad she drained that one too, Jim. She's had some good looks shooting. Only made one field goal. You saw her make the other one down the way there last possession. She's 2 for 6.
1:12 left. Clock ticking. And Conlon for UConn in no hurry. Now UConn starts the offense with 17 seconds left on the must shoot. Ball poked away by Jackson. Jackson ahead of Taurasi. Taurasi concedes. Jackson puts it in. Excellent steal by Jackson. Jackson, the first player off the bench for Oklahoma last year. And she is the only player for Oklahoma to score in that championship game. She had 6 points against UConn. We're tied at 42. Struther to Wolf coming up on the wing. More back to Wolf. Struther needs this. Won't go. Taurasi rebound. The muscle goes. Taurasi is phenomenal. Here comes Oklahoma. 15 seconds on the game clock for the half. Jackson underneath. Shuknek. Her shot won't go. Struther with the rebound. 5 seconds left. Time for a shot by Taurasi. She takes it. It's short. That's the end of the first half. 44 for Connecticut, 42 for Oklahoma.
Welcome back to the Stan Sheriff Center here in Honolulu, Hawaii for the championship game of the Hawaiian Airlines Rainbow Classic. Connecticut up 2 points over Oklahoma, and what a good first half it's been so far. Let's take a look inside the numbers. Field goal percentage, unbelievable, 53%, 46%. And both these teams come in here with outstanding defenses. They have shot the lights out in this first half. Oklahoma, 5 3-pointers have really kept them in the game. As you see rebounds, UConn has the edge. They've had that edge over every team they've played thus far this season. A little action from this first half from the leading scorers. It's been exciting offensively. Here you see it, not a big surprise. Diana Taurasi hits the 3 outside. She has wanted the basketball in the first half, going for 18 points. The end of the first half, off the miss, Taurasi crashing the boards, knows right where to be. Putback, that was big for the Huskies to end that first period. And the surprise, Villarreal, the Argentinian, up for 2. Again, you'll see her on the inside. Villarreal, amazing ability to put the ball back up, only goes at 5'9". She has been exciting to watch. She's had 1 3-point shot in this first half. Looks a little awkward, but goes in, folks. Leading scorers for both teams for the Huskies, Taurasi with 18 points and 4 boards. And Struther coming out party for the freshman, 14 points in the first half to go along with 2 rebounds. And the Sooners, Villarreal, 19 points, 2 rebounds. Deanna Jackson, a quiet 9 points and 3 boards.
So we begin the second half. In that first half, 11 ties and 10 lead changes. Jackson will play the ball in for Oklahoma as we get underway in the second half. This is Simon. Simon tried to find Shuknek. And the ball poked out of bounds, so Jackson will play the ball in 25 seconds on the shot clock. Oklahoma and Connecticut know that in the first 5 minutes of the second half, it is that pace that very much determines what goes on down the stretch, how you play it the rest of the way. So it is imperative that they start well. Oklahoma number 22. And UConn ranked as high as 4th. Jackson had an opportunity. Shuknek, another opportunity, and Welch comes away with it. Fresh 30 on the clock for Oklahoma. This is Welch against Wolf. Pass goes off Jackson, but she chases it down in the corner. Goes baseline. And then the ball, they say that she stepped on the end line.
And then she
stepped on the end line.
Exactly.
So the ball will go over to UConn.
And Jackson with a rare turnover. Watch the quickness. Watch her go by Collin right here. Steps baseline, steps out of bounds with her left foot right there.
44-42 Connecticut. They get it into Moore, puts it up over Shiknek, and that will tumble in. 4-point lead now for Connecticut. And that's what UConn had to do to start the second half, to establish the quality of their play.
They need to establish that post game too, Jim. We talked about that. Got to get points down there.
Welsh, fall away. That's way short. And it is captured by Taurasi. Here's Strother. Strother on the baseline against Welsh. They call Welsh.
It's an interesting call. The only thing I could think of here would be a hand check, but it looked like Welsh had her forearm on her. Let's take a look. Nope, there you see the left hand.
Third personal foul on Welsh. UConn trying to open up some distance here at the start of the second half. They lead at 46-42. Taurasi always looking on the inside, gives it to Strother. Moore back to Strother, goes around Simon. She pumps it up from 11, and it goes. Biggest lead of the game now for UConn. Oklahoma has yet to score in the second half. And Villarreal traveled.
It's a nice play by the freshman Nicole Wolf on the wing. Got there as the ball arrived to Villarreal, forced the turnover. You know, we got to talk about a three-day tournament. These guys got to be feeling a little bit weary. It's day 3, second half of their third game, in a very intense game. So we'll see how they go to the bench.
And they've been asked to play at different times. Some have had a night game and came back in the morning. That was UConn. What a move by Taurasi. Taurasi with a jackknife just off the lane, 50-42. 8-point lead now by UConn. And a cap. Excellent ball control there by Moore. Jackson will play the ball in. All of a sudden, Oklahoma cannot get a basket at the start of the second half. Luce comes in for Simon.
Luce getting a lot of minutes, a lot more than she got last year. Smaller lineup, but maybe a little quicker.
Excellent adjustment by UConn at halftime. Jackson puts it up off the glass. That's short. Jackson, her own rebound. Puts it up again from the other side. Won't go. And Moore finally rips it off the glass. Ahead to Taurasi. This is where Taurasi is spectacular. She goes all the way, lays it up and in. 10-point lead now by UConn. They have exploded at the start of the second half. Welsh with it for Oklahoma. Almost stolen. They pile up in the lane. We go to the arrow. It will go to UConn. So the defending national champions making a statement at the start of the second half.
Let's take a look at this. Moore ripping down the rebound, but watch Taurasi. She sees that little open and she's gone. And such a soft touch.
An 8-0 run to start the second half. UConn now leads by double digits. That's exactly what they wanted to establish at the start of the second half. Wolf cut off by Jackson. Whistle blows, 3-second violation in the lane on Moore. So a turnover, and Oklahoma will bring the ball up court. Still looking for their first score of the second half. Now we're coming up on 3 minutes into it. Loose. Villarreal. Quickly to Jackson. Jackson goes to dish it up, and Strother was there to challenge. Called a foul on Strother.
Boy, Strother really turned up the intensity for this game. You'll see her come in from the weak side on the help. Gets her with the body. Does she elevate or what? 6'3", Ann Strother, the freshman. Jackson, sorry, Jim. Jackson working hard on both ends, though. She's trying to guard Taurasi. They've got really no answer. She meets Taurasi's quickness, but not her strength. So for her to work this hard on both ends, she's going to run out of gas.
52-43, first point of the second half for Oklahoma. Missed second shot. They challenge that, and the possession will go to the Sooners. Jackson will trigger. 52-43 UConn. Villarreal to Luce. Loose not really looking to shoot, looking for openings instead. Jackson takes it deep, tries to get around Conlon. Cutting her off is Moore. And Conlon on the steal. Here comes UConn. UConn playing a much more effective game in the second half. Now they look like the dominant team. 52-43. Strother, good move. Stops, pops, that doesn't go. But right there is Wolf, put back left-handed. That won't drop. And the ball is taken down by Welch. 3-on-2 to Villarreal. She won't take the shot. They go to Luce for three. In and out. Shuknek can't hold. The ball goes out of bounds, but they say it was last touched, I believe, by Taurasi.
Let's take a look. I think it's Moore over the top who really gets away with the foul right here. Let's take a look at her. Goes over the top of Shuknek. Knocks it out of bounds. I tell you, it's physical underneath.
Shot up by Luce again, short. Put back by Welsh. She's rejected. Coming up with the ball is Crockett. And UConn all of a sudden has become very miserly underneath as far as defense and giving up points.
They will milk this lead a little bit. The first time anybody's had a chance to rest.
Conlon against Luce. This is Wolf. Down on the box to Taurasi. And Taurasi walked. Can't believe the call. We'll take this break with 15:38 left to play in the game. UConn has exploded in the second half. They lead at 52-43. He looks like a movie star and can sing every. 52-43 UConn over Oklahoma. 15:35 left to play here in the second half. UConn has opened with purpose. Shuknek out to Luce. Here's Jackson. She's cut off. Welch cannot penetrate. Excellent defense by UConn. Much more active here in the second half. Jackson, that's an air ball. Knocked to Welch. Her shot is another air ball. Jackson runs out of time. Credit UConn. Oklahoma frustrated.
That was a Taurasi stop right there. She was all over in that play. Had the hand up on Welch.
So UConn brings it back. Conlon looks on the inside. Will drop it off for Wolf. Taurasi. Need I say more? Taurasi. Taurasi with 25. Luce unable to get anything. And the ball kicked by Strother. UConn has come out with renewed energy, renewed purpose, renewed expertise. And they have played at the start of the second half spectacularly well. Welch in the lane, in and out. Oklahoma cannot get anything to drop. UConn exploring again. Here comes Taurasi. 25 points already to the baseline. She stops, she hits. Taurasi going crazy now. All of a sudden she has become lethal on the floor as far as shooting is concerned. 27 points, 57-43 Connecticut, the defending national champions. Really dominating here in the second half. Taurasi almost steals. Finally ended up with it is Welch. To Luce, tries to get it to Jackson, goes by her, and it goes out of bounds. That's another turnover for Oklahoma. UConn will control. Strother goes out, and battle comes in for UConn. UConn, as they say in the parlance of athletics, a parlance which has become a cliche. They have stepped it up in the second half. Taurasi will leave. She gets her first rest of the game.
I think what you're seeing here, too, is a pretty thin Oklahoma team at the post. Without Caden Hill, they've got Schukert in there, and that's really about their only threat. Welch is down there at 5'9", Jim.
Conlon into Turner. Turner trying to muscle. She will draw the foul.
Tell you what, if Barbara Turner learns to make good decisions offensively, she is going to be a force to deal with. We've seen her in this tournament make some poor decisions on the outside, but when she's on the inside and she gets the basketball, she's lethal.
Villarreal call for the foul. That is her first personal. Barbara Turner You see 2 points in the game. Make it 3. 58-43. Turner's second shot is good. Turner almost choreographs her free throws. They are things of beauty. You can write odes about them. 59-43. Biggest lead of the game. So Oklahoma doggedly trying to find the right answer here in the second half. Underneath to Jackson from Villarreal. Jackson and Villarreal, the two most effective players on the court right now for Oklahoma. In the first half, you could have also said Shuknek. But Shuknek pretty much taken out of the game by UConn's defense. 59-45, UConn. This is Wolf. Cut off by Shuknek. Tries to get it underneath. Stolen away by Luce. That's stolen on that bounce pass. Coming back with it is Conlon. Conlon to Turner. Muscle by Shuknek. Doesn't get the basket, but gets the foul.
Conlon, the mother hen of this group, runs the offense, knows what to do with the basketball. Barbara Turner wanted that one bad. She had a three-point shot in the first half, or a three-point play, I should say.
Turner's shot, yes.
You know, I saw Barbara Turner at practice the other day. The UConn practices are something to behold. They go so hard, and the intensity, you know, so tough. And she checked out a little bit. She struggled. Ariema was on her. She stepped back in, but she's getting a real feel of intensity in this game.
2 more free throws make it 61-45. And Jackson brings it back for Oklahoma, a team that is becoming more and more frustrated. Villarreal, now ball poked away, but last touched by Strother, who is back into the game. So Oklahoma will play the ball in front of their bench. 12:42 left to play. Jackson to Shuknek, loses it. Shuknek gets it back and finally muscles it in. It really gets crowded underneath. So Shuknek now with 9 points. That's her first basket of the second half, and it comes with 12 minutes, 30 seconds left. Conlon brings it over to the left angle. Drops it inside for Crockett. That's 2 more. That was too easy.
Yeah, those two are freshmen. Is that scary?
63-47. This ties the biggest lead for UConn.
Hey, who's been quiet is Villarreal.
Luce.
Luce, the smallest player on the court. I don't mean to chuckle there, but she took 2 of those guys down pretty easily. Let's take a look at Luce, not known for her scoring, but she sees a seam right here. Conlon steps in, Crockett steps in. They both go down. Luce goes to the line. Villarreal being guarded right now by Barbara Turner, a much taller player. I think she's struggling a little bit. They took Conlon off of her, knowing that that was a mismatch quickness-wise.
So Luce at the line now for Oklahoma. That shot doesn't go. And it remains 63-47. .11:59 left. Second shot by Luce. That goes. So timeout. 63-48, Connecticut over Oklahoma.
Welcome back to the Wahine Classic. Connecticut starting to spread that lead out a little bit. There you see 4 players that don't want to see that 42-game winning streak come to an end. Sue Bird, Swin Cash, Tamika Williams, part of that undefeated team. They've been here all week on a freebie. Coach Ariema promised them that they could come to Hawaii. They never came here in their 4 years that they were here, Jim. So he said, hey, you guys go undefeated and win a national title. I'll take you to Hawaii next year, and here they are.
Rossi back on the floor now for Connecticut. They lead at 63-48. And they've established this lead well under control, and they are playing their game. Crockett misses. Luce comes up with it for Oklahoma. Ahead to Jackson. Oklahoma with that unfortunate double ACL injury. And it really begs the question that in every game, if they're in trouble, you always have to ask, what if? What if the players, Peyton Hill and Aaron Higgins, could have played? What would have been the score? But in reality, you cannot ask that. You have to play with what you have. Jackson misses it again. All of a sudden, she is not as effective as she was in the first half.
Apparently.
And you can credit UConn for part of that.
Definitely. They've made some adjustments, especially in their half-court offense. They really were struggling to score in that first half, and Taurasi was creating most of the offense. And in this second half, they've been much better out of their half-court set. A mismatch there with Luce and Strather inside to Battle. Battle loses it.
To Taurasi, 4 seconds. Taurasi having to go over the seats. And the ball goes out of bounds. Oklahoma will control on the turnover with 10 minutes and 43 seconds remaining to be played.
Let's watch Taurasi and the size 13 shoes go flying over the side, over the chair, clears it. You get the impression she could have played anything she'd wanted as well as anybody, any sport.
Extraordinary play. Villarreal. Inside it goes to Welch. Good fall away in the lane that won't drop. Battle comes up with it. And Taurasi will walk it up court, knowing the time is on their side. They were able to win that championship game 82-70 over Oklahoma to win the national title. And here they lead it 63-48. And they are just running their offense.
Talking about Oklahoma, though, in the Big 12, sent 7 to the NC2As. Their games in league are like this every night.
Taurasi misses. Coming up with the rebound is Laura Andrews. This is Villarreal. Down the middle, puts it up right-handed and gets it.
Hey, her shooting percentage, unbelievable. She's 9 of 11 from the floor, Jim.
Villarreal now with 21. Battle for 3. Battle, when she shot that, almost said, why not? And they're knocking the ball off an Oklahoma player. Is Crockett.
Taurasi firing her up, slapped her on the head. Saying that's the way we play.
So Taurasi now with 9:20 left to play in the game. Her pass knocked away by Welch. Here comes Villarreal. Around the perimeter, Andrews in the deep corner wearing that brace. Shuknik loses it. Luce not looking to shoot. Villarreal puts it up in the lane. Foul called on Turner. She cannot believe it. $16-point lead here in the second half. And at halftime, it was 44-42. In the first half, we had 11 lead changes and 10 ties. Not so in the second half. Villarreal again. Villarreal, she shoots it. I don't know whether this is a two-hand shot or not.
It is definitely a two-hand shot. The elbow's out. It's everything you're not supposed to do when you shoot a basketball. Take a look. The left hand off the ball, kind of pushes away. But I'll tell you what, 23 points for Villarreal. Can't argue.
Deanna Jackson comes back into the game. Villarreal will sit down. And Taurasi will bring the ball up court for UConn. 66-52. Some pressure now by Oklahoma. Moore has position. Count it. Moore put that over Becky Preston. Preston played defense rather uncertainly that time.
Take a look at it. Carissa Moore, remember, is left-handed. She gets to spin to her good side. So quick, though. I'm impressed with just her overall quickness. Carissa Moore, or Jessica Moore, unbelievably quick.
Jesse Moore with that squat free throw. Kind of springs into it. Frog-like. 69-52, UConn. Oklahoma still very frustrated by the way things have gone here in the second half. They, quite frankly, have been shut down offensively.
Seem to have really run out of gas. I mean, you just sort of get that impression that there's been a letdown, that they've picked up with those 2 ACL injuries and played their guts out, and they look tired.
Welch. Outside it goes to Luce. Here's Jackson. She cannot penetrate. Luce can. Andrews. You can see that Oklahoma is still far away from the basket. Andrews misses the 3, and here comes UConn. That is just total control defensively by Connecticut.
Using up a little clock, spreading the floor out a little bit, looking for their cutters.
Ball's just taken away from Struthers by Luce. Struthers, I think, was expecting a whistle. She didn't get it. Here's Jackson spinning into the lane. Tough shot. Taurasi with the rebound. .709 left to play. 69-52. Strother looking for Taurasi. And Jackson able to poke the ball out of bounds. And they say it went off Taurasi. And we'll have a timeout called. 6:57 left. 69-52 Connecticut. Spend a day in the magnificent. Oklahoma's frustration continues. Their inability to mount any kind of comeback has throttled them. And they doggedly move the ball up court to try again. Jackson cannot go backdoor on Parisi. The fall away won't go. Taurasi will bring the ball up court. Battle. That was too much of a handoff. I think Strother was trying to score. She was trying to just go over the goal line.
She was too deep in the backfield for that one.
So it remains 69-52. Villarreal checking off. Again, far away from the basket. Unable to get anything close. Welch throws up a shot from far away. That won't go. Wolf with the rebound to Taurasi.
Welch has really gone cold. Only 2 of 11 from the floor. One of their better shooters.
Battle. Villarreal trying to get the numbers. She can't do it. So she goes to the hoop and it spins out.
Was there any question? That ball was not coming back to you. You pass that ball down there, you know she's taking it up. She fakes the pass, Villarreal. She's looking, but you know she's going up. Watch Conlon, or watch Taurasi right there. It's Taurasi with the foul, and Villarreal almost made it anyway.
Taurasi probably has not seen a player like Villarreal. Second two-hand free throw goes in. 69-54. Villarreal now with 25 points. And Taurasi with 27. Strother. And Welch will bring it back after the Strother miss. But UConn really has built a wall. They've just about added a moat underneath the basket. And Oklahoma has had trouble traversing that. And they're always out on the perimeter. Jackson, tough shot off the lane. That won't go. Put back. That won't go. Put back by Andrews doesn't work. And here comes Connecticut again.
See, Ashley Battle, they list her at 6 feet, Jim, but I don't think so. She just ripped that board down. UConn ahead now in rebounds 32-29, but the biggest difference is the field goal percentage. Oklahoma went from 50% at halftime to 37% in this second half. Connecticut Huskies stayed right at 50%.
(69-54). This is Strother loses the ball. Villarreal trying to get it back. And she has it and gets the ball to Jackson. Jackson ahead to Welsh. Cut off by Wolf. So Oklahoma unable to get underneath again. Here's Jackson trying to penetrate. Ball comes loose. 4:41 left to play.
Yeah, it's either on Taurasi or Battle. Let's take a look. Villarreal with a nice pass inside to Jackson. Jackson cutting to the basket, tries to go in between.
It's on Taurasi. That's her third. They play it into Welsh. Preston loses the ball out of bounds. Preston, a freshman out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. She was the New Mexico Player of the Year. Now you see that look by Sherry Cole really says it all with how Oklahoma has performed here in the second half. It will be a long trip back across the Pacific to the continent and then to the middle of the continent. Taurasi forces it up in the lane. That's short. Taking the ball down is Moore, giving Taurasi another chance at it. She won't take it, though. Taurasi wanted the call underneath. She didn't get it. Way out by midcourt with 3:56 left to play in the game. UConn well on their way to their 44th straight victory. And their 5th straight of the year. Taurasi? Yes. Oh. 30 for Taurasi. That's only 2 short of her record of 32 against Tennessee back in January.
It's unbelievable. I talked to Sherry Cole before the ball game tonight, and she said she knew Taurasi would get her points, but I don't think she was thinking that'd be 30.
Walking called on Villarreal. 72-54, 3:24 left. UConn beginning to celebrate already. 72-54 Connecticut. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage over the last 3 days from the magnificent Hawaiian Islands. Temperature today about 83. A little warm.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to get in the water this morning. We had to work all day today, but I'll try to make up for that tomorrow.
Billowing clouds over the lush green mountains.
Certainly has been a pleasure watching this caliber of basketball.
Oh, it is. It is. I mean, UConn, the defending national champions, and they still have that luster from the national championship. They have not lost that. This is a team that plays with extreme pride, and when they are threatened, they have the ability, oh, dare I use a cliche, to step up. That's what they did here in the second half. 72-54. Ball stolen away off an errant pass by Welsh. Her shot is blocked by Strother. Here comes UConn again. UConn has some new players in the game. Morgan Valley has come into the game along with her sister Ashley. Morgan is number 20. Ashley is number 2. This is Ashley. Wolf working off a screen by Morgan Valley, and she throws it. No, that's stolen away by Villarreal, and she puts it up and in. Villarreal now with 27 points. Taurasi sits down with 30. 30-second timeout call by Connecticut. So Coach Gino Auriemma at halftime came up with the exact right solution and battle plan for the second half. 72-56 as we resume in the last 2 minutes, 20 seconds. UConn over Oklahoma. That pass, oh, all the way underneath was Moore, but the pass was a bothersome one after Strother was double teamed. And it will go as a turnover for Connecticut. Connecticut with 19 turnovers. And Oklahoma with 15 in the game. Andrews gets it to Villarreal. And Marin, who has come in, Stacey Marin for Connecticut, will be called for the foul. Marin also out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, along with Becky Preston of Oklahoma. They no doubt know each other. Welch to Jackson. Jackson passed Moore with a good move, and she will draw the foul.
Boy, Jackson, she's shown a lot of offensive prowess tonight. She has a lot of different moves. I think she got a little bit tired. Didn't get the ball to drop for her here in the second half. Wasn't because of effort.
Jackson misses. 12 points. She had 9 in the first half. And 4 here in the second half, but she has 13. 72-57. Villarreal almost stealing that. Valley will play the ball in. Crockett comes in for more for UConn. Morgan Valley gives the ball to Strother. Strother walks. Second time that Strother has been called for too many steps on a handoff.
Struthers played well tonight, though. 16 points. Very good defensively, had some blocks. Hustle play that there by Morgan Valley, but the ball knocked out of bounds.
Welch will inbound for Oklahoma. Andrews to Villarreal. That is blocked by Crockett. Crockett just loomed up and denied her the shot.
Wilnette Crockett, Player of the Year in California. Villarreal went to that well one too many times. Favorite player, Crockett, is Shaquille O'Neal. No big surprise there.
No big surprise. Bad pass. Here comes Oklahoma trying to take advantage of it, and they run out of bounds with it. Welch. 1:16 left. Wolf comes back in. She comes in for Strother. Well, Sherry Cole has been blitzed. Her team has been blitzed here in the second half. Turned into another Connecticut frolic. They lead 72-57, and they are comfortable. Ashley Valley tries to get it to Crockett. Still loose. Finally comes out to Wolf. Under a minute to play now. Jackson ahead to Villarreal. Ashley Valley goes tumbling into the bench. That's a big fall.
Ashley Valley getting the most out of her minutes. Villarreal, you got to get a head start there, Jim, or you know you're going to get beat down the court. Great effort by Valley, but she goes crashing into those chairs.
The Oklahoma assistants acted as a cushion. Andrew's shot is offline. Ball goes out of bounds. Oklahoma will play the ball in. 44 seconds left. Shot up by Shook. No. And the whistle blows following the shot. Could be on Marin. It is. That's her second.
Inside Shuknik. Staying cold, although she's played well inside the post. There you see Villeneuve on the floor.
Villarreal misses. And she still has 27 points. Ashley Valley with under 30 seconds now to Marin. Here's Wolf not looking to shoot, but Marin will. Why not? She just came into the game. That won't go. Morgan Valley gives it to her sister Ashley. She doesn't get the layup with 14 seconds left, but she does draw the foul.
Let's take a look. Morgan Valley feeds off to her sister underneath. And Ashley Valley just a little hard off the glass.
Valley completes the free throw 73-57.
Both these guys, the Valley sisters, had off-season surgery actually on her shoulder, and her sister Morgan, plantar fasciitis, her feet. It's tough to have when you play basketball.
It is. 73-57, and it will end here. UConn probably will not bring the ball back as the shot goes up by Welsh and makes it 73-60, 13-point game with 5 seconds left. Ashley Valley will just let the time run out. Connecticut wins the championship of the 24th annual Hawaiian Airlines Rainbow Wahine Basketball Classic with a 73-60 win over Oklahoma. And Diana Taurasi with 30 points.